Hey, do you guys remember this guy? Yep, this is the Monopoly guy. Well, take a look at this picture closely. It looks normal, right? Do you notice the monocle on the Monopoly guy? He wears it, doesn't he? Well, most of us have played Monopoly once in our lifetime. And from all the people who have played Monopoly, we all know that the mascot always wore a monocle. What if I tell you that this Monopoly mascot never wore a monocle? How would you react? You'd be surprised. Well, the truth of the matter is that he never wore a monocle. Well, mostly that is. I'll explain later on. The image you see right now with the Monopoly man wearing a monocle is actually just an illustration of the Mandela Effect. Let's take a look at some Monopoly boxes from different eras. How surprising, isn't it? Every single box we see has never had the mascot wearing the monocle, but we all thought that he did have a monocle. This, my friends, is called the Mandela Effect. It is the mass disremembering of an event or a thing, and this effect got its name after Nelson Mandela himself. Because many people believed that Nelson Mandela had died in prison, they were surprised to learn that he actually died in December 2013. They were surprised because they thought he had died already. Quite a fascinating twist over our reality, isn't it? You know, many people recall the same event which never actually occurred. Okay, coming to the Monopoly example, why do people think that the Monopoly man wore a monocle? Is this actually a solid example of the Mandela Effect, or not? Let's find out. Well, me personally, I always believed that he had a monocle. Heck, I even checked my Monopoly game from my childhood and was surprised to learn that in fact he did not have a monocle. Well, let's take a look at people who have cosplayed as the Monopoly man. And there you go, even they are wearing a monocle. Take a look at this compilation.
What's in my brain? Sorry. And why is the Monopoly man here?
Go to jail, you commies!
He's your...
So, players wore the tuxedo tails of Mr. Monopoly, the game's trademark figure, and an actual Mr. Monopoly with the bushy white moustache and monocle looked on. Okay.
That hat and that monocle make you look 12.
The game's monocled mascot survives his top hat once, one of the few items that remain after Hasbro's extensive makeover. Mr. Monopoly, the game's monocled mascot.
Cross like this, you know, little pointy pair of shoes like this. Oh. And my little had a little cane, a little vest, little top hat, little handlebar mustache, a little monocle on my eye like this.
You didn't put a mustache on, did you? Did you really do that?
I was gonna say that Monopoly guy. He's got that monocle, the top hat, the bags with the dollar signs on them. That fictional bastard knows how to live.
Game, to my understanding. 1935. The monocled capitalist who represents this game of real estate mastery has long been a household figure. The monocled capitalist. Monocled.
During the Senate Banking Committee hearing on Equifax, she was dressed as a man from the Monopoly board game. Amanda Werner is our guest, arbitration campaign manager for...
Ah, yes. You might remember me from the last game of Monopoly. The one where I became a lord. I'll roll back the foot.
The heads of innocent and defenseless baby seals.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey.
Okay, so celebrities' newspaper articles and all of the people who are remembering the monocle are wrong? Well, guess what? They are not. Because this reality right now might not have that monocle, but somewhere deep in our memories we remember the Monopoly man having that monocle. So you can't call the people crazy, and you also can't call them 100% right. It is a perfect example of warped perception and the Mandela Effect.
We go with the fat cat bashing.
Well, what do you expect? These yokels are pure Baltic Avenue. Uh-oh, I'm late for the Short Line Railroad.
Do you guys remember Pikachu from Pokemon? Basically one of the main Pokemons in the anime series Pokemon. Pikachu is the main icon for Pokemon. This electric mouse is the household name for most people under 30. Originally a big fella, but its design has slimmed down quite a bit. He's perfect, and he is my favorite Pokemon. Anyway, so the picture you are seeing on the screen right now shows two Pikachus side by side. The left one has the tail end is black and the right one has no such pattern. Now tell me which one is the right illustration of Pikachu. I'll give you 10 seconds to decide. Okay, so if you picked the left one, which frankly speaking most of you probably did, even I did, LOL. Well, I hate to break it to ya, but the left one is an incorrect illustration. The correct one was always the right one without any black tail end. Then why do we remember the tail end being black? I'm afraid I don't have a solid answer to this. So in one of the recent installments in the Pokemon series, Pokemon Sun and Moon anime opening, we see that in this frame specifically, Pikachu has the black tail end. But it is only in this frame only and nowhere else in the anime. Is it a throwback to the classic Pokemon we all remember? Or is it possible that it's just the circular shadow portraying this black tail end, which is the most likely explanation? Because, even if we re-watch the original season of the Pokemon anime, Pikachu never had the black tail end. So yeah guys, we have been Mandela affected. I'm sure all of you guys have tried Kit Kat, one of the most famous chocolates out there. Well, if you have not, let me give you a quick description. Kit Kat is a popular chocolate bar consisting of a crispy wafer interior covered in milk chocolate. The original four-finger bar is the most iconic, but various flavors and sizes are available. Now, let's focus on the Kit Kat Mandela Effect. Many people claim that the popular chocolate bar's name was once Kit Kat bar with a hyphen, but now it's just Kit Kat without one. So did Kit Kat ever officially have a hyphen? Let's look at some evidence. Old packaging, ads, and news articles show mixed results, some with a hyphen, others without. What's going on? So what's the verdict? Did Kit Kat ever have a hyphen? The answer is complicated, because on the official packaging it never had the hyphen. I think we might be confusing Kit Kat with some other product which had a hyphen in its name, like the chocolate bar Take It. But I vividly remember a dash in the packaging from when I was a kid, and I feel like other people do too. The Kit Kat Mandela Effect is a fascinating example of how our collective memories can be influenced and distorted. You know him as the beloved mascot of Disney, but some people remember Mickey Mouse differently. Specifically, his iconic outfit. For decades, Mickey has been synonymous with Disney magic, but a curious phenomenon has emerged. Many folks claim that Mickey Mouse used to wear suspenders, but now they're gone. This minor detail might seem insignificant, but it has sparked intense debate among Disney fans and enthusiasts of the Mandela Effect. So, did Mickey ever really rock the suspender look? To answer this, let's dive into the history of Mickey Mouse. Created by Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks in 1928, Mickey was initially called Mortimer Mouse. Over the years, Mickey's design has undergone subtle changes, but suspenders have never been an official part of his attire. According to Disney historians, Mickey Mouse never officially wore suspenders. However, some early merchandise and artwork do show him with suspenders. Could these variations have contributed to the widespread misremembering? This has sparked debate among fans. Was it just a design variation or a false memory? Are our brains playing tricks on us, or did something more unusual occur? Some theories suggest that our brains are merging different cartoon characters or influences, creating this alternate memory. Perhaps we're confusing Mickey with another beloved character or mixing up Disney movies and TV shows. Others propose that this is another example of the Mandela Effect, where collective memories diverge from reality. This phenomenon has been observed in various instances, from geography to history. You're probably familiar with the iconic phrase from Snow White, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" But do you remember it exactly that way? Some people claim that the phrase used to be mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Notice the subtle difference. So which version is correct? Let's investigate. The original 1937 Disney movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs indeed features the evil queen saying, "Magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?" Not mirror, mirror. However, various adaptations, parodies, and references in popular culture often use the mirror, mirror version. This discrepancy has sparked debate among fans and enthusiasts of the Mandela Effect.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all? Well,
some argue that the mirror, mirror version is a result of misremembering or confusion with other fairy tales or adaptations. Others propose that this is another example of the Mandela Effect, where collective memories diverge from reality. But what about the impact of cultural influence and social suggestion? Could repeated exposure to the altered phrase have altered our memories? The mirror, mirror on the wall phenomenon highlights the complexities of memory, language, and cultural influence. So how do you remember the phrase mirror, mirror, or magic mirror? Well, I personally believe that it was always mirror, mirror on the wall, but when you rewatch the scene, it's actually magic mirror on the wall. It is probably the best example of the Mandela Effect.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Looney Tunes is a classic animated series featuring a cast of zany characters, including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Elmer Fudd, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, and Yosemite Sam. Produced by Warner Brothers, the cartoons typically follow slapstick storylines where characters engage in humorous misadventures, often with exaggerated violence and witty banter.
I give you that paragon of pep and personality, Sleepy Lagoon.
Looney Tunes remains beloved for its timeless humor, memorable characters, and iconic catchphrases like, "What's up, Doc?" and "Shh, be very quiet, I'm hunting wabbits." Looney Tunes have played a huge role in shaping the childhood of many children who have grown up to now watch this video. Wait a second, what do you think is wrong with this image? Some of you might notice the fault in this, while some would just sit there all confused. Alright, let's make this easier. It's about the text. What you're seeing isn't actually how the logo of Looney Tunes is. This is the real logo. Yeah, you might be screaming internally, but that is the truth our minds once altered and decided to stick to it until now. The Empire Strikes Back is the second film in the Star Wars franchise, directed by Irvin Kershner and released in 1980. The story takes place 3 years after the events of A New Hope. The evil Empire, led by Darth Vader, pursues the Rebel Alliance, led by Princess Leia, to the ice planet Hoth. Luke Skywalker trains as a Jedi under Yoda on Dagobah, while Han Solo and Leia's relationship deepens. The film culminates in a shocking revelation. Darth Vader is Luke's father. Or is he? Well, many people who have watched the film have sworn that what they heard Vader say was, "I am not your father," but that's just not true. Here, take a look at this clip.
Bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
It's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. join with me. It is the only way.
Yep, just another example of reality's deformation experienced by many. The Berenstein Bears is a beloved children's book series created by Stan and Jan Berenstein in 1962. The stories revolve around the lovable bear family Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Brother Bear, and Sister Bear living in a cozy treehouse in bear country. The series tackles relatable themes like friendship, family, and growing up, addressing issues such as sibling rivalry, sharing, and overcoming fears. With whimsical illustrations and engaging storylines, the Berenstein Bears have become a staple in children's literature. The series has expanded to include over 300 titles, spin-offs, and adaptations. The books have been translated into numerous languages and have sold over 260 million copies worldwide. But there is one small detail that messed with the memory of many people. A huge number of people have claimed that they remember the word Berenstein ending with EIN and not AIN. But how is this possible? I mean, if you think about it, Berenstein makes rather more sense than Berenstein, and that's what we are just more familiar with. A rapper that goes by the name LP brought up a conspiracy theory. This says that not long ago our universe might have come across an alternative parallel universe, in which the word Berenstein ends with AIN. But it's not just the rapper guy. A graduate physicist student also says that reality has been tampered with and history has been retroactively changed. He claims that our universe has rotated by pi over 2, or somewhat 90 degrees. Despite this, there may or may not be evidence to support the existence of Stein. A Reddit user posted that he has enough proof and pictures of Stein being real, but the pictures on the post appear deleted, so this might be fake. Now there's just one option left, the Mandela Effect. It's still crazy to see the number of people who have given a solid statement about this. Alright, now let's discuss some more smaller Mandela effects, and after that, the bonus that will most probably blow your mind. Curious George had a tail. Many people somehow remember this adorable monkey having a tail, but are in disbelief when they get to know he never had one. Froot Loops. This cereal box has also messed around with many people. It is remembered as Froot Loops by a ton of people, but in reality, it has always been Fruit with double O. Alright, now here's the bonus Mandela effect. Shazam starring Sinbad. There is this small clip of a genie named Sinbad. When he appears in front of the children, he introduces himself as Shazam. Now the Mandela effect in this is that many people have mixed Shazam with Kazam, thus remembering Shazam as a genie. But if that's the case, why does this clip exist in the first place? Here's where it gets interesting. But first, watch this clip yourself and pay close attention to the smallest of the details.
What are you doing?
Dad could have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just could have. James, there's gotta be something he forgot here. Something real we can remember her by.
Hey, we have our memories. They're real. No one can take that from us.
Yeah.
Clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Really hooked on them.
Bless you.
What is that? Whoa.
It feels good to get out that thing. Oh, kind of cramped up in there. Should have took you long enough, Tina. Wait, y'all are not Tina.
Kidnapper!
Wait. Where you going? I just got here. What happened to saying hello? I believe we got off on the wrong foot.
Don't come any closer.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start all over, right? I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Shazam! I'm the genie of the lamp. And you are?
You're not a genie. Genies aren't real.
Every time I come out the lamp, I hear the same thing.
You better get out of here, all right?
Oh, you would. But you gonna toot me to death? Shazam! Not gonna scream again, are you? Because look, if you do, I'm gonna have to take one of your wishes away.
He is a genie.
You're a little Tina.
That was my mom's name.
How long have I been in this lamp? She has kids now? I thought we had something going on, me and your mother. Now, I know I'm 2,000 years older than she is, but look, Clint Eastwood did it. It could happen. Age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you knew her mom?
To make me my own dinosaur.
Now here are the details. On the book cover of Curious George, he pulls out, "George has a tail." On the Monopoly board, Uncle Pennybags is wearing a monocle. This book of Berenstein Bears reads Berenstein, with E-I-N. This newspaper clipping reads that Nelson Mandela died at age 68. This Kit Kat packaging has a hyphen between Kit and Cat. A random Fruit Loop commercial reads Fruit as F-R-U-I-T and not with double O. The girl says, "We have our memories. They're real. No one can take them from us." This Rubik's Cube keeps changing, though it doesn't have anything to do with the Mandela Effect. Okay, so this clip isn't actually from the movie that everyone is talking about that once existed. This is just an April Fool's prank released in April 2017, which is why it has so many Mandela Effect examples just to troll the viewer. But how can people be swearing that they have seen the actual film from 1994, and that the government or some kind of an organization are trying to delete its history and all the proof of its existence? People who claim they have the cassette or recordings of the film are, for some reason, never able to play them. What do you guys think? Could the film have ever been real, or is all this just a part of Nelson Mandela's ongoing effects experienced by many? Like if you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.